Well guys, we've got some new leadership at DC in the form of James Gunn and Peter Safran. So many of us have been wondering what this means for the future of Young Justice. Recently, both James Gunn and Greg Weisman took to Twitter and talked a little bit about the future of DCU and what's going on, so I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about it and what I think is likely happening with our favorite animated show. Hey guys, well, it's time to dive into some more Young Justice. As many of you know, James Gunn took over at DC Studios and is now head of TV, films, and animation. Since this happened, it's been super unclear where Young Justice fits into the equation and what's happening moving forward. And you guys, like me, absolutely need to know this answer, and we do have a little bit of news. Now, this isn't the news that I really wanted, but recently James responded to a lot of requests for Legends of Tomorrow and the Air Cut, and in his statement, he did make some pretty clear references to what's going on. Now, the best part of his post is that many people approached him in a respectful and enthusiastic way, and I have to say, that makes me pretty excited because we need a great relationship with management in order to communicate what we want. But in his response to the Save Legends of Tomorrow and Release the Air Cut tweets, he had something interesting to say. In his tweet, he actually said, "Opened up Twitter at the end of a long creative weekend to see many tweets to Save Legends of Tomorrow and Release the Air Cut, and fan support for other DC projects over the years." That would be us, guys. The majority of these requests were enthusiastic and respectful. As the new and first ever CEOs of DC Studios, Peter and I think it's important we acknowledge you, the fans, and let you know we hear your different desires for the pathways for DC. Although our ability to interact with Twitter has lessened due to our workload of our new positions, we are listening and open to everything as we embark on this journey, and will continue to do so for years. But all of our initial focus is on the story going forward, hammering out the new DCU and telling the biggest stories ever told across multiple films, television shows, and animated projects. We invite all the DC fandoms from across the multiverse, and everyone else as well, into this new universe. We can't wait to reveal more. Now let's break down what Gunn said first before we dive into Greg Weisman's tweet, because I think James is being very, very clear here. Their initial focus right now is hammering out the new DCU. This leads me to believe that currently, at least on his desk at this moment, there's no talk of Young Justice. Now, he didn't say that other things won't ever come back. He's just making it very clear. They're working out these details, and until these details are worked out, we won't really be getting any news on other projects. And I think at the top of that list is indeed Young Justice. Now, since this all happened, fans have pretty increasingly started to reach out to showrunner Greg Weisman to talk about James Gunn taking over and then what's going on behind the scenes. Now, Greg is known for his great sense of humor, and he actually responded to a tweet that kind of gives us an idea of where we stand at this moment. An account called The Marvel Reporter asked Greg Weisman if he had talked to James Gunn about Young Justice, and his response was, "Well, it got me excited and then a little sad." He said, "James called me the other day to get my opinion on a manner of things. We just started talking about Young Justice, then I woke up." Now, I think this is Greg's way of saying he's completely open and absolutely wants to talk to James Gunn about the future of the show. But that simply hasn't happened yet. Combining these two tweets together kind of gives us the idea that there's been no communication between these two parties. There may have, and we're just not being told, but it seems like everybody is very focused on what they're working on at this exact moment, and we're not likely to hear any news anytime soon. This does align with what Khary Payton told us a couple of weeks ago at Rose City Comic Con, where he made it very clear he was optimistic about the show moving forward, but he did not expect us to hear anything probably until next year. This once again leads me to believe that we're going to get news at SDCC, and I'm going to basically hold out hope until then. Now, I know many of us are huge Young Justice fans, and I'm going to encourage you to keep using those hashtags. Renew Young Justice, Save Earth 16, and Young Justice Season 5 are the hashtags we need to use and to continue to deliver a positive and enthusiastic message. Don't be a jerk, it won't help. Obviously, we're covering everything Young Justice on this channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you get all of the Season 5 updates. But until we know more, what do you guys think? Do you feel like James Gunn's statement about the future of the DCU was very clear as it's regarding Young Justice? And when would you expect to finally get some news on Season 5? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.